gentlemen, my name is Neal Glotty, and you already know I am your NFL guru. And happy Halloween! I'm here to bring you some awesome predictions for this week 9 of the 2017-2018 NFL season. So let's go ahead and recap. Last week was amazing. Only got a couple of games wrong. Nearly perfect week. Fantastic. Let's progress right into this week. We got on Thursday night football, the Bills at the Jets. And I'm going to take in a very close game, but an upset here. The New York Jets are going to win this one in a nail biter. But the Bills getting Kelvin Benjamin will definitely make it even more interesting than it already was going to be. The Rams at the Giants, gotta go with the St. Louis Rams to win this one. It's going to be a close one, but I think the Rams in the end pull away and score a defensive touchdown on the Giants here. The Ravens at the Tennessee Titans. Flacco's banged up. I think the Titans are going to win this one. What does this Raven think? Are the Ravens going to win, buddy? That was supposed to be a no. So I guess that's a no right there. All right, Buccaneers at the Saints in a nail-biter, game-winning field goal just because they're at home in the Dome. The Saints win this one and officially eliminate Tampa from any chances of any playoff hopes this season. The Broncos at the Eagles. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles. They're at home. Denver looks awful. Look for the Eagles to win this one. The Bengals at the Jaguars. My next upset of the week. The Cincinnati Bengals march into Jacksonville, and they win this one in a great game. The Falcons at the Panthers. I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons to win this one. It's just Bird Week now officially. It's just changed up. We're going to go with Atlanta to win this one. It'll be close, but I think Atlanta wins a game where they're 4-3, and it's a must-win for them in this division. The Colts at the Texans. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans, who lost a heartbreaker in one of the best games of the season last week. Seattle-Houston was the second best game of the year, in my opinion. Behind that Raiders-Chiefs game, I'd say the Seahawks-Texans game was up there. Phenomenal game. Look for the Texans to win this one. The Redskins at the Seahawks. I think the Redskins are going to play the Seahawks very, very close in this one. Almost to a point where they're going to be in a position to win this game. But Seattle's defense is going to force a huge turnover, and Seattle's going to win this game. Cardinals at the 49ers. Guess what? Upset of the week. In their first win of the season from 0-8. They got Garoppolo. Whether he plays or not, they're going to win this one. And they're going to get their first win. The 49ers win this one. And they go 1-8 after this week. The Chiefs at the Cowboys. I'm taking Dallas in another upset. They're at home. No Zeke, but I still think it's a must-win for them as well. Prescott has himself a game. And Alex Smith just doesn't do enough in this one to win this game. It'll be a shootout, though. That's for sure. The Raiders at the Dolphins. And guess what? We're at, Sunday night football. Oh, the Raiders are looking a little bit drunk this season, but they're going to set sail to Miami, and they're going to win this game on Sunday night. That Carr back injury clearly's hurt him. You can tell he's a little bit shaken in the pocket, not making the same throws he used to. The guy's still the greatest quarterback to ever start an NFL career in the first 3 years in NFL history. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Look for them to bounce back and Marshawn Lynch to explode for a Raiders win in this one. Finally, we got Monday Night Football. All right. And in the Lions at the Packers, I'm going to take the Green Bay Pack to win this game at home. Detroit can definitely win this one as well. But I think Green Bay at home is going to come through, and they're going to win a game where they play the Saints close. I think they come through and win this one against the Detroit Lions. So now some fantasy predictions for you guys. I got quarterback to start this week, Mr. Marcus Mariota out of Oregon. They're playing the Baltimore Ravens team that really struggles on the road. Look for the Titans to just have a monster game this week, especially with Marcus Mariota. He's going to have 300, 400 yards, almost 3 touchdowns passing. It's going to be incredible. Sit Tyrod Taylor. Jets defense is very good at home. Do not trust him. Running back to start Kareem Hunt. Going to have a huge game this week as well. Playing against Dallas. I think he's going to have almost 200 all-purpose yards. And Marshawn Lynch. Beast mode back after the suspension. Look for him to have a big game. Sit Frank Gore. Don't trust him at all this week. I think it's going to be an ugly week. Houston's just going to dominate Indianapolis. And go ahead and sit Alfred Morris. This is a tough one because I was thinking between Morris and DMC. But I feel like DMC is going to get more of a bulk load long term. He had 1,000 yards with that Dallas O-line. I think he'll do well this season. Replacing Zeke with this whole suspension thing. So go ahead and sit Alfred Morris. Keep an eye on DMC. Wide receivers, DeAndre Hopkins. My goodness, 200 plus yards on the Seattle defense. 160 on Richard Sherman. That was Sherman's first 100-yard game he has allowed in his entire career single-handedly to a receiver. That's a big stat right there. But I think Hopkins keeps staying hot and has a huge game here. Michael Crabtree's another great start this week. My other start of this week at the wide receiver. He's going to have a huge game and catch a couple of touchdowns against the Dolphins. Sit Alshon Jeffrey. Don't trust him this week against Denver. They're going to be running all over Denver. And sit Terelle Pryor. He's playing Seattle. Sherman's going to lock him down. Tight end, start Jason Witten. He's going to have a huge game against Kansas City. And sit Benjamin Watson. The Ravens are just going to be in a bad shape this week. Kicker, start Harrison Butker. He's having a great season. Look for him to continue that success. Go ahead and start him this week against Dallas. He's going to kick 4 field goals, in my opinion. And sit Matt Prater. Do not trust him in that cold Green Bay weather on Monday night. I don't trust him to have a good game. Defenses, start the LA Rams. They're hands down my start of the week this week. They're going to have a defensive touchdown against the Giants. Sit the Chiefs. Dallas and Kansas City is going to be a shootout, but obviously you wouldn't even start Dallas in the first place. Kansas City usually do. Don't start them this week. They're also on the road. Quarterback, Dak Prescott. Great sleepers. We're all in sleepers now. And Prescott, it starts it off. I think he's going to have a good game against Kansas City. They may lose this game. I mean, I picked them to win, but they may lose. But regardless, Prescott's going to have 200 to 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and maybe even a rushing touchdown as well. Running backs, Doug Martin. Definitely a good start against the Saints. They're going to have to run heavy if they want to beat them. And Demarco Murray. He's going to have a great game against Baltimore as well. Wide receivers, Robert Woods. Huge sleeper. He's actually one of the top receivers in the NFL in terms of yards and targets. Shocking. So definitely a guy to keep an eye on. And Pierre Garcon for the 49ers is going to have a huge game. I want to see Garoppolo out there. I mean, like I said, his peak, is Flacco. His trough is, at the bottom, at the worst, he turned into Osweiler. But I see him being a guy like Casey Keenum, a 6-2 starter, your 6-2 team right now in the Vikings. I see him being just like Keenum and being serviceable, not necessarily a superstar, but a good, solid quarterback. Finally, we got tight end of the sleeper week here, and Trey Burton. Really like him. I think he'll score a touchdown against the Broncos. So there you have it, folks. Those are my NFL predictions. Stay tuned and enjoy an awesome Halloween time. And the start of November is around the corner. Get ready. It's just holiday season, baby. October with Halloween. November with Thanksgiving. December's on its way. Christmas and New Year's not too far away. You guys have a good one, though. Enjoy an awesome week of the NFL. Woo!